We're talking about the Middle East, Iran, President Trump. Well, before he blows up the infrastructure, maybe we got to give it one last chance. And number two, I've got 99 problems and healthcare isn't one of them. We're going to be talking about the Gallup organization. They have a new poll out where 61% of Americans are worried a great deal about the availability and affordability of health care. Are you worried about health care? And number three, fun facts about the moon. Hey, Artemis is circling over 250,000 miles away. So Artemis 2, we're going to be talking a little bit about the moon today. But first, the ABCs, all body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. Well, I'm getting 2.5 checks today, guys. Tough one in the gym. I mean, pain is back. I don't know. It's a beautiful day here, 31 degrees, but I don't know what's going on. But the pain is just all over the place. And also this month, April, is Stress Awareness Month. So the ABCs become all that more crucial for you to reduce your stress. It's all about working out every single day, sleeping, right? Blissful sleep. Try to get a good night's sleep. That's important. And finally, the diet, the colorful diet. So hopefully you're sticking to it, guys. Jump on the scale as usual every single day. And hey, for those of you experiencing stress, stay connected with people. Talk about the Tola takeaways. You got to stay connected with people. Hey, congrats to University of Michigan. They beat UConn last night. You guys saw that in the NCAA basketball championship final. Way to go, guys. I remember that in 1989. Those were back in the days. I think I was at Drexel Burnham at that time. But let's jump right into this first one here. War. What is it good for? Quote Edwin Starr. So here we have Donald Trump threatening by 8 o'clock tonight to blow up all the power plants, the bridges, all that stuff. And we got Pakistan, Egypt, and Turkey doing their best to negotiate a deal with Donald Trump. You know, I did a deal with Donald Trump back in the day. Did it 15 minutes before the deadline. So if it's any consolation to everybody out there, I think we're going to get a deal done about 7:45 tonight. So I think you should hold off. I really do. I said you got to, well, we talked about this previously. Either get out, wrap it up, move on, bring everybody back, or take Carriage Island. I don't know. If you're trading today, guys, it's going to be a tricky one today. I took some bold moves this morning, but I don't know if they're going to pan out. If we start, this war gets any worse, I don't know. Are you doing any wagering? What are the prediction markets saying? But I'm telling you, I think we're going to get a deal done at the last minute. I sure hope so, for everybody's sake. Got to move on, focus more on the United States, because we'll talk about that right now. What are people's thoughts? These are the latest insights from the Gallup organization. I love to quote the Gallup organization. They've been around since, 1935? George Gallup, the voice of the world in numbers. I love these polls. So check it out. These are the top 10 issues or concerns or problems that Americans see. Number one's healthcare, 61% of people. Number two is the economy, 51%. Number three is inflation. So economy, inflation. How about this? Number four, budget deficit. Half the people worried about inflation. How about this? Wealth distribution. 49% say that. Here's my favorite, and the one I'm concerned about, is hunger and homelessness. 46% of the people concerned. I'm concerned about that. Again, taking care of our children, taking care of our homeless, people that are less fortunate. That's what we're about. We're the wealthiest nation on the planet. Let's cure that. Let's fix that. I'm telling you, I believe in money for kids, for childcare. I mean, we got to support our people. Number seven is the environment. A lot of people are worried about that. Number eight's power of government. Number nine is the Social Security system. I guess if you're younger, you're worried about that. You're my age, you're not worried about that. And number 10 is future terrorist attack. Well, I think we're always going to be subject to future terrorist attack. But let's talk about the difference between the Republicans, independents, which I am, and the Democrats, because their worries are different. And you'll see with the Republicans, they skew more towards security of the nation. So these are the top four concerns: illegal immigration, budget deficit, drug use, and crime and violence. Hey, I believe that all the streets of America should be safe and clean. Believe that. That's what our number one priority should be. The body should be the ABCs, externally safe and clean. How about this? Independence, healthcare. Healthcare is an issue. Hey, the Republicans, maybe more wealthy group, not worried about healthcare, but you got healthcare, inflation, worried about that, budget deficit, and the economy. That's independence. Democrats, healthcare, wealth distribution. I guess those are the guys on the socialists that kind of don't want to work and have the rich support them. How about this? The economy and the environment. Yeah, the Democrats are worried, but they're more worried about, looks like, finances, healthcare, kind of more personal, whereas the Republicans seem to be leaning more sort of general population. But speaking of population, what about these other countries? This is the leadership approval amongst other countries. I saw this. Germany gets number one. 48% consider them the top in terms of their leadership. China's number two. U.S. ranks three, just like Harvard ranked three last year, our last episode, if you watch that show. And Russia. I mean, who thinks Russia's leadership? 26%. But hey, in terms of our leadership, I read this in The Economist this morning. 36% approve of Donald Trump and 57% disapprove of Donald Trump. Well, that may change after tonight. If he gets a deal done, like the deal maker that he is, and he protects our society from future attacks. And like I said, we got to partner with these people. The world needs to be, in my opinion, work together more. Countries have to forget this war. War is not good. I mean, talk about that. Nothing good comes out of war. All right. How about this? Let's jump into this final one, because the moon. A lot of talk about the moon. Artemis 2, right? 250,000 miles away. The moon is actually 238,900 miles away. Now, we know that 12 men stepped on the moon from 1969 to 1972. There were 12 men, 6 different missions. So I read this today in The American Facts. I like that newsletter. Fascinating facts you probably didn't know about the Apollo missions, right? We had many Apollo missions. So, but here's what I kind of garnered from this little newsletter. Well, let me give you some highlights, right? Neil Armstrong, Apollo 11. He was the first, right? Come stepping on the moon. Lightning strikes Apollo 12 twice. I didn't know that. The comms went out, communications went out. How about this? The explosion of the oxygen tank on Apollo 13. I mean, they made movies about that. But the real line, Jack Swigert repeated this line: Houston, we have had a problem. Repeated it twice. So it was, the oxygen tank. So in the movie, Houston, we have a problem. So he said it after the fact, figured it out, and with a sliver of battery left, made it back to Earth. That was pretty cool. Apollo 16, remember the land rover, the lunar rover driving too fast? How about the golf shot heard round the world? Alan Shepard, Apollo 14. And Gene Cernan, he was the last man to step on the moon. He wrote his daughter's initial, TDC, in the lunar dust with Apollo 17. So from Apollo 11 to Apollo 17, guys have stepped on the moon. But here's what I got most out of this little newsletter: moon dust. All right, let me read you this here. It says that moon dust is sharp, sticky, and electrostatically clingy. Smells like gunpowder. And NASA was so concerned about that they studied it at length. They said it's very abrasive to the suits and it's risky to the lungs. All right, so let me ask you this question. It's like worse than being in Phoenix. You ever go to Phoenix in the summertime? There's dust everywhere. Try washing your car. It stays clean for about 10 minutes. Well, I can't even handle that, living in a dust bowl. What's it going to be like living on the moon? You get that stuff all over you, bring it inside. It's going to be everywhere. Moon dust, sticky, painful, sharp. I don't know, guys. I keep thinking, what is this with the moon? We're going to have people living on the moon. I mean, SpaceX is going to go public, make everybody $1 trillion as Tesla's kind of tanking. But what is it with the moon? We got to go live on the moon. There's no water there. There's no oxygen there. there's this stuff in the air that's going to get all over the place, and not for me. Again, I'd rather take that money, plow it back into the United States, cleanliness, safety, get rid of all the wackos out there. But anyway, guys, all right, that's it for today. Let's give the 3 Tola takeaways. They're crucial. Number one's the ABCs. Got to respect the ABCs. Get your workout in every single day. Got to eat right, sleep well, do the best you can with that. Number 2, spread your goodwill. Pick up the phone. I got a phone call yesterday from my niece. It was nice to hear just someone's voice saying, hey, how's it going? That's a great thing. Do that. Pick up the phone. Don't just text somebody or go visit. It's even better. Finally, always be willing to accept another person's opinion. Hey, you want to move to the moon? Let me tell you, back in, I don't even know, it was probably 2018. I was working in this restaurant. No kidding. I told you, I spent 5 years in the hospitality world. And I met a guy who was in training. He got down to the final cut. There were 500 people that they were training to go to the moon, to go to Mars. Now, this was years ago. They said it's going to take time, but it's pretty interesting because they're not coming back. Can't have children. I mean, he talked about it. I said, that's not something I would want to do, but this guy wants to leave the planet to never come back. Hey, what are your thoughts on that? You want to move to Mars? You want to move to the moon to never come back again? It's up to you. But hey, stick with the 3 Tola takeaways. Can't go wrong. And as always, get your workout in and have an awesome day. Peace.